Hi, this is the two group, and we will talk about the blood.
Blood. Blood is like tissue for the liquids and solids. The liquids and part, called plasma, contains water, salts, and proteins more than half of the body and plasma. The solid part of the body, blood, contains red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. It has a solid phase for the elements, which includes erythrocyte or red blood cells, leukocyte or white blood cells, and platelets, and a liquid phase representing the blood plasma. The process of blood formation is called hematopoiesis. Blood fusion. Within the fusion of the blood, we can distinguish participation in the defense against infection, participation in the transport of nutrients and oxygen to the cells, transport of carbon dioxide (CO2), which substances from cells, participation in body thermoregulation, transport of germ enzymes and other circulatory substances, participation in coagulation and healing, or the cells that make blood are made in the bone marrow. It is found in the spongy tissue of flat bone, skull, vertebrae, sternum, iliac crest, and in the medullary canals of long bone, femur humerus.
Hi, my name is Meredith Peralta, and I will talk about the components of blood. The main components of blood are, are is plasma, red blood cells or erythrocytes, white blood cells or leukocytes, and platelets or thrombocytes. Plasma is the liquid component of blood in which red blood cells or erythrocytes, white blood cells or leukocytes, and platelets are suspended. It constitutes more than half of its volume and is composed mainly of water, which contains dissolved salts or electrolytes and proteins. The most abundant protein in plasma is albumin, which helps prevent fluid from leaking out of blood vessels and into tissues, and also performs transport functions by binding to substances such as hormones and some drugs. Red blood cells, or erythrocytes, make up 40% of the blood volume. They contain hemoglobin, the protein that gives blood its characteristic red color and enables it to carry oxygen from the lungs to all body tissues. When the number of the red blood cells is too low, is anemia. The blood carries less oxygen, causing tiredness and weakness. White blood cells, leukocytes, are found in the blood in smaller numbers than red blood cells. They are mainly responsible for defending the body against infections. There are five main types of white blood cells leukocytes. Types of white blood cells. Neutrophils are the most numerous types, and they help the body ward off infections by killing and ingesting bacteria, fungi, and other foreign debris. Lymphocyte, lymphocytes allow the body to defend itself against viral infections as well as detect and destroy some cancer cells. Monocytes ingest dead or damaged cells and help defend against many infections. Microorganisms eosinophils kill parasites, kill cancer cells, and are involved in allergic reactions. Basophils are also involved in allergic reactions. Platelets or thrombocytes are cell-like particles smaller than red and white blood cells. They are involved in the coagulation process as they come together where bleeding occurs and clump together to form a block that helps cells the blood vessel. At the same time, they release substances that promote coagulation. When the number of platelets is very low, thrombocytopenia, skin bruising, abnormal bleeding are more likely. When the number of platelets is too high is thrombocytopenia. The blood can coagulate excessively and can block the blood vessel, causing conditions such as transient ischemic attack.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Josefina Jimenez Ortiz. I talk about blood disease. It is a condition in which the body does not have enough healthy red blood cells. Red blood cells supply oxygen to body designs. Around deficiency anemia is the most common type of the anemia. Iron deficiency anemia is due to the lack of iron. Without the necessary iron, the organism cannot produce a sufficient amount of the hemoglobin, a substance present in the red blood cells that allows them to transport oxygen. As a consequence, iron deficiency anemia can make you feel tired and with difficult breathing. Hemophilia is an inherited and bleeding disorder in which the blood does not clot properly. This can cause bleeding both spontaneously and after operations of injuries. The most serious emergencies are those that occur in the joints, brain, eyes, lungs, throat, fitness, digestive, genital, nasal hemorrhage, etc. The term leukemia means with blood. Leukemia is a type of the blood cancers that begin in the bone marrow. The soft designs in the center of the bones and where blood cells are made. Leukemia leads to a uncomfortable increase in the number of white blood cells. Thalassemia. Hemoglobin is a blood disorder passed from parents to child, inherited in which the body produces an abnormal form or an inadequate amount of hemoglobin. That protein is a red blood cell that carry oxygen. This disorder causes that destruction of large number of the red blood cells leading to anemia. It's called anemia. It's a group of inherited disorder in which red blood cells becomes kill Spain. That cell the premature leaving a shortage of healthy red blood cells is kill self anemia and can block the blood supply cause pain is killing called crisis.